forced by not nature but by yourself. If you repeat the same thing 3 times, 4 times, I swear you can do this things with your eyes closed.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. There's
Let's
a
sit down and talk.
there's a guy in let me just use this. Let me just use a different chair. There's a guy in where's he from? He's from Britain. He can repeat. He can look at the picture. He can look at this building here, and he can be able to repeat the same thing. He can
What?
look. He can look at. You see this building.
Yeah.
He can take only a few seconds. I think you know him. He's a black guy. He's got some kind of problems with his head, you know. But he can just look at this building once. He can draw the number of the floors of that building and the same exact accurate number of windows and accurate size of everything there. He can just look at it, and he has got what you call a photographic eyes. I'm
Hold
sure
on.
that's him.
The phone. Which phone is that? Good morning. Sorry, what? What? Repeat.
Oh,
Oh, turn off.
I hope it.
He's awoken and he's about to come.
It's about to come. Yeah.
Yeah, about to come.
But come, but come, not about come. Oh, shucks, man. Can you make a? I know you don't know how to write songs, but I'm sure you can have an idea of how to make a song, how to write a song, and to be able to sing it. If somebody had to put a gun to your head and say, write a song now about stop the war, would you be able to do it? Or which one would you do if somebody asks you that choose between these two? You have no any other choice, but you've got only two choices. What first choice you have is to write a song about stop the war, or write write a script and act out of that script like a movie,
Oh, I'll ask
a
him.
superhero movie.
I'll ask him to trigger that.
Do?
To pull the trigger.
Oh my word! Put a trigger to your head.
Yeah.
Gosh, bro.
I I don't really want to do either of it.
Yeah, you rather get shot.
Yeah, I'd rather get shot.
Okay, if somebody asks you, write a book, write a story about yourself, or write a poems about your life, which one would you choose? Or get shot?
This time I probably would choose to write a story. Yeah. Also, it might not look like exactly like it's good story though, but I'll try to write everything that happened in my daily life on it.
Yeah. Can you remember? Can you repeat the experiences that you had, like let's say 1 day ago, like everything? So 1 day ago will be Sunday. You have to start from the time you woke up to the time you went to bed and fell asleep. Your time begin now.
Oh wait, I don't smoke.
So talk about from the time you woke up. What time did you wake up? So how are you gonna talk about how you're gonna lay out this script? It's about you just. I mean, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna check what time you woke up, and then I woke up at this around about this time. What was the first thing? What was the feeling? You can describe the feeling when you woke up. Did you feel like waking up? Did you feel like going back to sleep? Did you feel like quickly getting out of the bed and kick yourself out of the bed, then go grab some coffee or tea or whatsoever that you would grab as a breakfast? Then you went on. Then from there, what did you do? Did you grab a cup of milk, a glass of milk, or water, or juice? What happened afterwards? And throughout towards the lunch time, then throughout towards the brunch time of around 4, then to the dinner time, and how did you fall asleep? So you can take me through it. You should be able to paint the picture where I am able to see what you're saying while I'm sitting here. You must be able to describe the colors, the textures, the feelings, the emotions, and the times, and whatever you came across and whoever you came across or bumped into.
Um, I hold on, I remember. On Sunday I woke up at about 9:30 and then lying on the bed for about another hour. While mom shouting at me, I said no, I don't want to wake up right now. Definitely not. And then I locked the door and tried to sleep again, but I failed to sleep. So I woke up. So I got up at 10:30, brushed my teeth, washed my face, and gonna deal with the breakfast, which is already cold. My mother and my grandma had their breakfast at about 8 or 9. I can't remember, but the water is boiled.
Be careful. You might boil your lungs and boil your intestines and your stomach organs.
No, I spit it out. It only boiled my tongue. Okay. And I had Italian noodles for my breakfast with
When you say Italian noodles, are they spaghetti?
mm,
Like Italian
oh,
pasta?
in the folder it says spaghetti, but actually we cooked in Chinese way.
Okay, okay. So, Italian pasta cooked in as Chinese noodles.
We boiled them and then added with some tomato juices. Uh,
So tomato paste.
yeah, paste. Uh, Tomato paste with some carrots on it.
Oh, it must have
Ca-
been yummy.
yeah, carrot pieces and something else. Oh, also added some Thai sauce, which
Thai
is
sauce.
sweet and spicy.
Oh, sweet and spicy Thai sauce.
Yeah, it was a good meal. And after that, I played computer until 12:30. My mom shouted at me
Again,
again.
second time.
Uh, he, she's quite nervous because she considers me as a grade 12 student, which is about to go to the university, I should focus more on my studying, but I don't do it at all. And I didn't do any of my studies in grade 11 at home. When I was home, I I can't find any words to define why I was very lazy about studying until that night. Uh, Back to the noon, uh, and then at 12:30, I switched my computer screen to a TED Talk. It mentioned about the internet, how internet worked, and what's the future of internet, and also the privacies. They said the speaker said he will not not share his names online.
Why wouldn't you do that? Because
Even if most of his internet friends know it, because it's not just it's not his privacy to some degree, but he's just curious. He's curious about how long he can keep his name out of the internet.
oh, he will get blocked because these days, like, of course, that was the thing of the past, that we didn't want to share our details because fearing that somebody might get an access to your finances, bank details.
Yeah,
And but the banks are smarter than that. Yeah, the banks are smarter than that. You cannot just go and withdraw my money from the bank without hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. You're the last straw today. You're the last person today. So, yeah, but that, I'm okay, cool. I'm sorry to come between your story, but I would say the TED Talk, that particular TED Talk you watched, and the guy who's gonna try to observe it, how long he can keep his even if you create what you call Gmail,
Gmail.
you if you lose, like, let's say you lose your contacts
Oh,
a couple of days ago, a couple of years ago, about 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you see, I can't even get access to my Facebook. You know why?
why?
Because, and that Facebook is very important to me because it has got all my life since I started in 2009 Facebook. But because I used a nickname, now that I lost the password, I lost everything. Uh, it needs me to show them my ID with my real name. So if I send a copy of an ID, if I send a copy of my ID to Facebook, it tells me that's not what I used to open that account. You understand this?
Yeah.
Because I used the fake names, right, to open an account. Those years, right?
Yeah.
Because those years you can't just go on the social media, whatever, and put your real. That's what we were told. Don't use your real name. That's what happened when I opened my Facebook in 2009. Because people were sensitive at that time to give information to just something like a Facebook. People didn't trust even YouTube, didn't trust anything on Gmail, and everything on Twitter. They didn't trust it. They didn't trust to give LinkedIn. You know LinkedIn, yeah. They didn't trust even LinkedIn. So I've lost the LinkedIn, my long old LinkedIn, because when I try to put my real name and they say I must send a copy of my ID. When I try to send a copy of ID, it says that's not how I logged in. Or I mean, sign up. That's not how I signed up. I did not sign up with that original information, so they don't recognize me. So if you lose, let's say for example, you go to one of the best YouTube out there, or the best Facebook, and you need it, you can't start a new Facebook from scratch. You want that Facebook. It means it's lost. There's nothing that you can do. Gone to the dogs. So these days, there's no way. The chances of somebody getting into your bank details, the chances of getting in your password, because they need verification. That's why they say use your ID, so that when you're verifying, right, you can send a copy of your ID and they acknowledge it and recognize that you are the one that owns that account, because already Facebook is your account, not anybody's account. And if you die, the Facebook will tell all other people, your friends. See, that's a good thing about it, using original name. If you die, it will be linked to your death certificate. Already. Yeah, it will give information fast.
Oh.
That he's no more. Your friends will get to know that something happened to you at a faster speed. They don't need to be thinking, I remember I used to have a Paul. Paul used to be my friend. Like for me, one day maybe after I leave this place, maybe after 2 years or 3 years or 5, even 10 years, I might want to check where you are, guys. Then I might go to Facebook, I might go to some Gmail, I might go to LinkedIn, I might go to YouTube and try to search for you. Maybe I might go to Instagram, I might want to look for you. And when I go there, I'll find that your account is still there, but you don't post any pictures. That's why Facebook in the past used to say, if you don't post your pictures, if you don't post anything on Facebook for let's say 5 years, your account will be determined that the owner of that account is passed on. You're dead. You're no longer alive. So these information, of course, is bad for you to surrender, surrender your very important information out there. But do you think that even if somebody wants to do a damage to you, he can get even your information if he wants to, without even going to Facebook, without using Gmail, without using anything, any social media. He can still get your information if he really wants. I know Paul has information, has more money, millions in his bank account, right? If I say you don't even exist on the social media, it's bloody easy to get your information. I just have to know which hospital you were born from, and I just have to hunt you down and up until I get your information. So people used to find your information even before Facebook, before Instagram, before Google. Am I right, bro? Even in the past, people would steal your signature and they would go to the bank and go withdraw the money using your signature. They used to do that, right? In the past, way back, yes. I know this, I read these stories, that people would fake your signature and they would go to the bank and pretend that it's them, right? Because at the bank at that time, all they wanted was just signature. And if it's the same one you used to open your bank account, and if it looks the same, it's fine. They'll give you the money. They used to write checks. People used to write checks and just fake your signature. Do you know some presidents in the past have lost their money through scammers that use their signatures? In the past, that's how it used to be. Now these days they're using what? Bank account and your password. Fingerprints. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but that one is gone. Now they're using fingerprints. How did they get your fingerprints? We don't know. Nobody knows. When the fingerprints technology came, we used to say, no, somebody's going to cut your finger and then go steal your money, or they'll do something. They are doing it even with the fingerprints they don't have. far away, a guy from Kenya or a guy from Thailand or the guy from Philippines, he gets access to your fingerprints and he uses as if it's him. How? So you cannot completely say I don't want to use my. The reason why social media wants your real information is because your information is protected already. They can't just hand it over to somebody. No, they cannot.
No, actually, it's not protected. It just make people believe that is to believe that is protected. Protected.
I think
They will leak information from us.
no. I think what happens is how people get your information from social media is by you clicking on some pop up apps. Like some app pops up and say, no, verify yourself. And you by mistakenly you want to verify, you click on that app. Yes, that pops up.
Yeah.
Then they swipe all your information from your gadget.
That's the old way. That's the old way.
Old way. Okay, tell me the new way.
That's quite the old. The new way. I'm not a hacker after all. I'm not a hacker.
Everybody's a hacker. How you are hacking to know your education. You are hacking textbooks to know information. You're getting to know something. Everything is a hack.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything is a hack. You hack your fridge. To go look for food when you're hungry. The food cannot just come to you. You gotta, to make a nice meal. You can't just throw food by the stove and eat anything. You have to hack the recipe. Yes, everything's a hack.
Uh,
So what do you think?
a friend of mine has given me a VPN account.
Yeah.
I logged in and then I hacked into that program. Actually.
Everybody's doing that.
Also, I just
And you know what you call
I
these
just
things?
copy
Coding.
and
You know coding,
pasted
right?
the
Coding.
codes.
People are teaching themselves online to do coding. Me, I don't have time to do coding because I'm not that patient.
Python, Java, or C? Is that Python, Java, or C++?
Any of that. People are teaching themselves, little kids, primary school kids, not even in high school, school kids. I mean, I lying, bro. They are teaching themselves coding online, and they can hack your, your Wi-Fi password, everything. And they can use Wi-Fi. They can use your Wi-Fi when you never gave them a password. You can hide your password, but they're gonna use your Wi-Fi. They're gonna hack your Bluetooth and basically play music, from your house.
Really?
Yes. They can
No,
hack
that-
your
I don't-
Bluetooth
I
and
don't-
get if your Bluetooth is on. That's why it's advisable
I don't
to
believe it.
always switch off your Bluetooth because somebody can access your Bluetooth.
I don't believe
Friend
it.
of mine from Nigeria, he was actually listening to my conversation using my speaker. The speaker, my Bluetooth speaker was on. I don't know how he managed to do that, but he was able to hear what I'm talking about in my apartment, using a Bluetooth, which was connected. He connected, I think, his Bluetooth to my speaker, Bluetooth speaker,
Probably
it was
the
on.
microphone.
So he changed it into a microphone. So the speaker, my speaker, whatever I was saying in my bedroom, he could hear it on his phone and transferring it to another speaker in his phone. So basically, he was using my speaker as a microphone. Because the Bluetooth of my speaker was on. You get what I mean? Was on, and my speaker was on. So whatever I was saying was going into the speaker, and he could hear everything else. If I'm dissing him, he would know that. You know how I got to know this? I got to know this after I heard what I was talking about. I heard it in his apartment. Yeah, I was like, what the? What? Then when I confronted him, he told me like, oh, bro, no, I bought what? The same speaker as yours. I have the same speaker as yours. So I made a mistake when I was using a Bluetooth. He said he made a mistake. He Bluetooth. He used my speaker of Bluetooth, and that's how he got to access to my speaker. So whatever I was doing, whatever I was saying in my, because I was dissing him. in my apartment. I was talking crap about him. And he got to know everything that I was talking about him. The next day, the guy was angry at me because he heard everything that I said, everything, bro. Everything that I said, bro. Everything he heard.
But after all, I still don't believe that
So I
Chelsea.
don't know. For him, I could not confront him much because I had said a lot of garbage about him. And at the same time, he wronged me by hacking into. It's not even a hacking, bro. It's just if you leave your speaker in your apartment like on, he's gonna access it, and then that's it. That's it. He can play music. Oh yeah, last time I caught him because he was playing music in his apartment, and his music was being played in my apartment. It's like I'm listening to music, his music. So, like a bra, Bluetooth. Back in the days, we used to have what you call infrared, before Bluetooth, but it was too slow. But technology of infrared is still used to these days. Now we don't even know what technology people are using or to use what you call airlift, airdrop. Airdrop.
Or airdrop.
Yes, we don't know how people are using that to steal information or to hack into because the airdrop will be faster. They can get your information so quick. If somebody can use the airdrop, I think I should do a research and check what the hackers are using airdrop for,
But after all, I still don't
because they can
believe.
just lift up information from your at fastest speed as long as they have enough storage.
Okay, excuse me. Um, I still don't believe that the students in primary school could learn about those codings.
They're doing coding.
They
Not
don't.
all of them, but they're smarter kids.
Ah,
I had a friend of mine. He passed on, young friend, very young friend. Um,
only the talents.
he stole the money. He was selling. He was selling the high school certificates. You know how he was doing it? A little kid. That guy was a kid. He was not even 20 or whatever. He was not even 20. He would put your certificate, into the system of the board examination. So let's say you didn't finish high school, right? He would put into their system. He would put their certificate. So you just go there and tell them, hey guys, I lost what? I lost my. You lied to them that I lost what? I lost my certificate, and they just go to the system. Oh, they see. Oh yeah, you were here. They just print it out. That's what he used to do. Then he used to steal the money for grant money, the pension money the government used to give as pension. It was gone. He was buying houses for his friends. After that, he was caught because he was young, right? A minor. The government banned him not to ever use a cell phone, not to ever use a phone, not ever to use a computer or anything that has to do with the technology. He was banned for years and years for the rest of his life.
How about what?
People transfer money, bro, from whatever. Little kids are doing these things, bro. It's not the adults. Adults don't know anything, bro. Because the adults, you can have that laptop, bro, but the only thing you are doing is playing games and what? Watching movies, right? But the young kids, they can access that, and if they have opportunity to have that laptop, they can do a lot of magic, and you'll be surprised, like, what? How do you know this? That's my laptop. He says, nah, no, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Paul, I'm disappointed for you to say that you don't think young kids can. You think that doing coding. The coding now, it's for everybody now. Even right now, you can go to the internet, you can teach yourself coding of what you want to accomplish in life. I used to pay to go to record a song at a studio, and I would pay a lot of money. Do you know what the kids are doing these days? They are recording using an app on the phone. They can record a song and post it on the Spotify. I mean, cloud, what you call cloud SoundCloud, whatever. And they have a track, a song. Now they can just sit there, bro. Little kids. I was teaching in primary school back in South Africa, and the kids were making tracks, bro, albums with their phones, with their mother's phones, not even their own phone. They'll just borrow the phone from their parents, right? What now? 2 hours. They've made a track, the whole album, and they already posted SoundCloud. Bruh, for me, it takes thousands and thousands of R&B to make a song. I have to pay somebody has to make a beat. After that, I have to practice. I have to go to the studio. He has to master that song. The kids are doing that using all the apps. The app that has got a microphone, the app that has got a studio, the app that has got beats, free beats. They record perfectly. They can master, done, package it. They got a track.
Well, that kind
Primary school, I have come across such kids. Something that I didn't know, bro.
that can only be the talented, not the mass.
This is why to make songs these days, like a fully fledged musician is hard. You can't. You can't. You can't. Look at the Chinese people, Chinese kids. My Chinese friends are making tracks, the same tracks that Snoop did, Dr. Dre did, all these Eminem and stuff. They're making the same tracks and sound the same but different words. Almost, I'm telling you, it's there. Check on the internet. Most of these rappers from China, those are tracks that belongs to somebody. The R&B songs, the pop music, some of them are from K-pop. All these are just
copied from others.
And they're doing it faster. Faster. Right now they can make a decision that I'm going to have a track and it's going to work. While the owners, the original owners of those tracks, it took them probably the whole year or 2 years to make those tracks. And they paid a lot of money to make those tracks. And it took them more time to polish those tracks. And people are just waking up in the morning. It's like a person who writes books. He reads all the books, maybe 20 books or 100 books, and he makes one book. He copies here, one paragraph. He makes a nice book. Do you know people who write these textbooks? They don't have even, some of them don't even, some of them that makes this primary school or high school textbooks, they don't even have a PhD or master's. But me, I'm studying their books, but I'm doing what? Doctorate. I'm doing PhD. If you check the authors, they've got maybe one degree only, but I'm studying their stuff.
Well,
So it's about anybody can do this. And these days coding is now, it has been made to be easy and simple.
it seems easy and simple, but
Okay, I'll give an example. Bill Gates. He was young, right? When he started coding and doing these things, he was young. He was a kid. What do you think these kids cannot do it? He had a computer when he was young. Big, massive computer. And he started doing these things. And they started by doing coding using a pen, a pencil. How this thing works, this thing, if you do like this, this thing becomes this. Because coding is about inventing, that's it.
I mean, like, it is quite easy to access those music beats, but that will cause copyright issues.
They do it in such a way that you won't get copyrights. There are already apps right now, okay? If you make a track exactly like somebody's track, you put that track, that track, right, in this app to check if you're gonna have a copyrights. And if it runs clean, they post it. Go to all the Bilibili, whatever the music that is being made and posted on the Bilibili channel. Every piece of music that you're listening there belongs to somebody in America somewhere there.
Yeah.
Everything. Unless you're Chinese, you don't know America. You don't know music from outside. Yes, you will be impressed, right? Like, no, it's their music. But when you come to realize and you know you have a knowledge, you're really aware of the American music, and you listen to Bilibili, you go like, no. Screw this. What is this? This guy, what is he trying to do? This is not his, music. My friends created. I've got an album from my friend. The whole album is all the work is that it's not his, but he's got an album. I bought it for 35 RMB. I have not used it because it's on the disc. All his music there, I know that's Eminem music. Definitely, bro. What are you doing with a piece of Eminem? So, bro, before you came, we were talking about you. Tell us, repeat what your life was like yesterday. So you begin by saying you woke up at around about this time. He told me actually, after you called him, then we stopped, right? Then we start talking about something else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you stopped at, his mother got pissed off around about 12:30 because his mother wants him to start acting like an adult, like grade 12. So he's also worried, like, about that. You want to continue from 12:30, your mother getting.
But those grade 12 students are dull and dumb.
What? Excuse me?
They're dull and dumb.
Down under.
And dumb.
Oh, okay.
They- They're just learning things mechanically. Like, uh, like
Like robots. Like a robots.
the robots in the factory, not the students in the school.
It's true. But how can you change that? Because the problem is you have teachers that actually are making you to regurgitate everything that you've been told. You cannot invent anything new in high school.
Actually, they should invent things. They should invent. They should let students to do their interests. Not
They say that because you guys are minors, you are still young.
but due to some policies passed in about decades ago, the the kids born in millennia
Millennials,
were,
yeah.
were most of them were single. Yeah, were born without any siblings. The, the, so the education for those children is the most important thing in the families. They spend a lot of money, a lot of time on their students. Just want them to grow up and earn money and become successful. But guys that could become successful is very less.
Yeah, that's.
Most of people cannot be successful. They may waste or spend their life on the inside the factory or at the work fields.
Yep. Oh. So, what do you think about what he said? Not everybody. I like that's interesting. Not everybody. People are working hard, like he said, to become successful. But he says it's pretty much impossible for everybody, 100%, to become uh, to become successful. And he's suggesting that these ones that are not successful don't end up in factories. So he's like suggesting that I think we need those people in the factories. So what do you think? Do you think everybody can become successful? Is there any science of that? Becoming successful? Everybody in the country, 1.5 billion people in China, all of them successful, all of them millionaires, billionaires, all of them. What do you think?
He's right.
Do we need people in the factories to manufacture the food that you're eating
For
right
now,
now? Because
yes,
if you
right.
didn't have, if everybody was successful and finished school, obviously you wouldn't have eaten those biscuits, those cakes, those confectionaries. That's what happened to America. Everybody just had egos. I went to university. I can never work in a factory. Then China took all the jobs, took all the factories, from America, and all the production systems and all the manufacturing systems and all that, and traditionally just brought them to China.
Then what happened?
Do you think that the labor cost in China will never become expensive one day? Because everybody is going to school in China right now. Yeah. So what the future do you see if everybody becomes, which country is now going to have a cheap labor? Because China is the one that works towards having cheap labor in the country so much.
Yeah, but usually cheap laborers don't work on chips.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
Those chips, the, the
You need somebody who went
America
to
still
school.
keep their
Patent.
details about chips.
Yeah.
They they won't sell them for money because the chips are the most important ones in nowadays technology, electrics.
Wow.
So we need to either copy their chips or develop our own chips
Yeah.
within the smallest sizes.
Yeah, the tiniest. I think they have that already. I think in their laboratories in working towards mastering that, because they can see where the world is going to.
8 nanometers, 4
Looks like
nanometers.
looks like America really wants to destroy China and Russia at the same time. I don't know how, but
Couldn't.
the
They
power is
may
just in their hands.
they may
It's just
destroy the
it's just in the hands of a few people.
they may destroy the governments, they may destroy the land, but they they'll never destroy the spirit.
That's the worst part of it. It only strengthens, China and Russia. It's like you in a real life. If somebody is troubling you, what happens? You become strong and independent. If my friends start turning against me, I just run away from them. Then I start becoming stronger. Maybe the first day I'll be thinking about why are they doing this? Why my own friends are doing this? It has happened to me several times when I had friends, but those friends have decided to stay away from me. You know. Then when they saw that things are happening in my life, and they start showing up again. That's how fun it is.
Some friends want to be friend with the others because the others have their power or money or whatever they have something. So some of them want to get friends because they want their interests.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's
It, but someone just want to make more friends, and yeah, it's really really difficult to tell this.
Richard. Have you ever had a friends like that? Friends that they were your friends, but suddenly they pulled back from your friendship with them. Then later on, after some time, when you just left them to be whoever they want to be, and they wanted to come back to you to become friends again.
No,
No?
I'm not in that level. I'm not so strong to make those of friends.
Yeah.
I hope you get the point.
I didn't get it. That's why I just said, yeah. Maybe you can say, like, can you go into details?
Have you got any friends that only seeks your interests?
And if they don't get after that interest is gone, and they're also gone.
Yeah.
In primary school, or maybe in your grade 7, grade 8, middle school.
In my point of view, I found some kind of that behavior on the internet.
Yeah,
And yeah, some female does.
yeah.
Although I'm not humiliating the females.
That's the thing about females. You know, once they see that,
Some females want, some females are very very greedy, and
I think self-interest, right? What do you think? Self-interest, right? So, like they have interest for themselves. I don't think women think about.
some women, some are still generous.
Somebody wants water?
Selfish.
Is this water opened? I don't think so. No, it's not.
I got a bottle of
Okay.
boiled water. Now it becomes colder than before.
What did you do yesterday, Richard? From the time you woke up until the time you went to sleep?
I hang out with my friends.
Oh.
So you just woke up from the bed and then you're already hanging out?
Nope.
You have to
Lie
brush
on the
and
bed.
wash and have your breakfast probably.
Yes. I had a breakfast, and then I lie on bed, wait my friends to ready to go outside, and we
下课时间到了，老师，你们辛苦了。
went to Snap store.
Okay.
And we ride what's that, eco bag,
Yeah.
and go home, take the lunch. Then we take a nap, and we take the bus to school, and
Then you had your dinner?
no. Yes, I take the dinner, and we have a badminton.
A badminton race.
Yes, race. Badminton race. Then
Who's got the first prize?
I don't know his
Never mind.
English name.
You can say his Chinese name
Oh, is it English name?
or his nickname also.
Yin Zhongyu.
Oh, that guy.
That's no.
Where is it from?
surprise.
From here?
Grade 11.
Yes.
Grade 11, A or B?
The badminton race is in the international department.
Okay, it doesn't include the guys that are downstairs.
Yes.
And I heard someone's got a upgraded nickname.
Mm.
Uh, they used to call him Splash. I, I learned that word from the Plants vs Zombies,
Yeah.
that giant melon.
Yes, yes, yes.
It was
I
squash and zombies. Yeah, he used to call the squash, and now they call him Mr. Squash.
some improvements there.
Uh,
So it looks like you guys had fun yesterday.
Although I didn't come to school, I didn't see the badminton match.
Ask him why.
He usually don't come to school on
Sometimes,
weekends.
yeah,
Weekends.
I don't come to school on Sunday weekends, on Sunday after, on Sunday evenings. Yeah, I don't. Oh, I haven't mentioned yet. At the Sunday night, I found a video about why would children play games. And my mother watched it, and she comments that it's reasonable for children to play games, because when children at school, they may get accused by the teachers. They may get laughed by students. But when the children return home, they still get punished by the parents. Then where could the children hide? It's only games. Games can give children sense of achievement, corporations. Someone would call
How do you get it?
boss.
How do you Who
game.
do you cooperate with when as a child playing games?
Online teammates. Online teammates. Everyone has its nickname. When they play much and play together, they'll become internet friends.
But sometimes they insult each other on the internet. The insults, the insults are sparked. You know. I've listened to. I used to watch a lot YouTube of the conversations that people have on the games and stuff. On those live streaming.
The debates. Is that called debate or flickering?
Yeah, whatever that might be, but they're not nice to each other. So, but they still like it.
Because people don't speak slurs in the normal life, in their life.
So they get excited to get your teammate or your opponent that you're playing against slurring at you.
To pour their rage on the internet to avoid hurting people in their life.
I think they should be getting hurt on the internet, but that's not the case. Instead, nobody gets hurt on the internet when those slurs are thrown at each other. You know, because like there was this kid that I'm sure you've watched some of these conversations that goes on. A kid just kept saying a lot of things about this other guy, while he was playing a game, and I
It's
used
like
to.
playing a snowball fight in a shit pool.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone was throwing shit, throwing shit to each other, so they don't really get hurt. They feel like it's funny.
It's extremely funny.
Extremely funny. What the?
Yeah, I think that they just went. Maybe it's cold. They just want to get the students. Oh, they went there. They're coming out already. I think there's one group. The other one is wearing blue, and the other one is wearing green.
Um,
I don't know what's the difference between the two. Oh, maybe this is high
blue
school.
is
High school.
elder, green is younger.
Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, it's a bunch of them. It's a large number.
Oh, fuck! They're asking to find the poor in the mountains.
They want the poor people?
Yeah, the poor people in the mountains. They be setting up some funding about this.
Oh, so they say they
ask-
should. That's
ask
asking the
every-
students to contribute
Every-
money.
Yeah, to contribute money. But we
So what
don't-
if they don't
We don't
contribute?
really know where the money goes. Maybe going into the poor's
同
pocket
学们，
or the
上
red
课
or
时
the
间
rich
到了，
pocket.
请迅速回到教室，
After
准备
raising the
上
funds,
课。
yeah.
But rich didn't get any.
Yeah, because after you contribute. So how much do they want?
I mean, his nickname is rich.
Rich, I think you should give these people money. They're asking for money. They're asking students to do some fundraising.
Oh, hold on, sorry. No. I heard wrong.
I need to go to.
They're managing students not to bring any of the toys into school.
Oh, what kind of toys are those?
Like those plastic toys.
Yeah.
Or
But
chess, checkers,
but-
pokers, or
but
some.
students wants to play with those.
Especially cell phones. The cell phones are not allowed, so school can do anything that nobody can report it.
That school's got so many kids. This one, look.
Cause
That's a large number, bro. Oh my god.
those are all primary school students.
Yeah.
But they're wearing blue. I guess they only got blue for primary school students.
Yeah, dark blue. Yo, but it's a large number then. Oh, that's a large number.
It's a lot. You may never see it in South Africa.
Huh?
You may never see that